Afghan women are advocating on Afghanistan's situation to be recognized as gender apartheid because of the systematic abuse and repression that women and girls are exposed to. In Amnesty International, we adopted a policy last year where we are calling for codification of gender apartheid in international law. What does it mean? It means that once gender apartheid is codified, is included in international law, that's where country-specific studies can take place in many countries, including Afghanistan. I would like to say that please do not forget Afghanistan. Please continue talking about the situation. With changing environment, with the political situation, with different conflicts emerging, with the existing conflicts, Afghanistan and the Taliban should not be normalized. Their human rights violations, especially violating the rights of 20 million Afghan women and girls, should not be seen as a okay thing. And as an Afghan woman, I really would like to plead that we need support and we need a lot of support and a lot of talking and a lot of mobilization from the people, but also from the Spain government. More programs, continued events, more interaction with Afghan women, funding where possible, supporting an accountability mechanism. We have to continue this. We cannot give up. Afghan women and people in general in Afghanistan do not deserve what they are facing right now. So since August 21 and return of Taliban to power, the situation has drastically changed for women and girls in Afghanistan. As you said, over 100 edicts and decrees are mostly repressing and mostly restricting women. We are talking about 2.2 million girls who are not allowed to go to school. This was 1.4 million when Taliban took over, and now UNICEF has reported that the number has increased to 2.2 million. It's a huge figure. It's a whole generation, next generation who are not allowed to continue with their education. Their aspiration and their dreams are literally getting destroyed. This is for fourth year. Similarly, women in higher education are not allowed to go to universities. We do not have any graduates in any field anymore, unfortunately, female graduates. Afghanistan will have a generation of uneducated or half educated because they are allowed to only study until grade 6. This will mean that they will not have opportunities to study other stuff beyond the school, to go to language courses, to study English, to go to computer classes, for example, to go for other courses that usually students would go. The Taliban, since return, has also focused is also kind of promoting religious madrasas, religious schools. These religious schools do not focus on formal education. It more focuses on religious studies. However, it also is focusing on radicalization. The huge concern, these madrasas are also open for girls, by the way, and the Taliban are now justifying that, girls are allowed to go to these madrasas. But what will Afghanistan have? Afghanistan will have a generation of radicalized, brainwashed a group where they will not believe in rights, they will not believe in human rights, they will not respect their own mothers and sisters for the fact that they're seeing what Taliban are doing to women and girls in Afghanistan, and that's a huge concern. All those structures, laws and policies that were in support of human rights and women's rights in Afghanistan, they have been dismantled and they have been replaced by the Taliban's very repressive, draconian decrees and structures like the Vice and Virtue, ministry, and women do not have any form of freedom to travel alone, to be going to bazaar and markets and most parts of the country. Women have to have a male chaperone. They're not allowed to work in most fields except few exceptionals like health and economy, and as well as women Women are resisting, but this resistance is always faced with a lot of repression. Women are arbitrarily arrested, they are tortured, they are they are intimidated because of their advocacy and because of their resistance toward the Taliban's actions and repression against women and girls. Yeah, a lot of girls and young women are exposed to the Taliban's forced marriage, and one of the reasons that there's an increase in girls' marriage at young age in Afghanistan is that the families want to avoid this. The families prefer to marry off their daughters to someone rather than to a Taliban, to Taliban soldiers. And this is the lack of accountability. This is the culture of impunity that the Taliban are just as de facto controllers of Afghanistan, are doing whatever they wish to do, and unfortunately they are not held accountable until now.